Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Bangkok, and we're just across the Chao Phraya River. We're over here in Thonburi. We're in kind of the border between the Klong San and the Kudijin districts. Anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at a royal temple that's over here. It's a second-class royal temple that was built, I think, in 1828 under the reign of King Rama IV. Anyway, it has the claim to fame. They call it the Turtle Mountain Temple, which is Wat Prayoon. It has another huge long name, but anyway, it has like a Khao Mo is what they call it, and it has an area where people come and feed the turtles. Has some French Gothic styling and stuff like that around there. But the claim to fame is a humongous, like 60.5-meter tall chedi that in 2007, I believe, 2005, they found it was leaning a full meter, and they had to come in here and restore it. So let's look around here and let's see what we see.
Planning a trip is always stressful, but Yesem takes one of the stresses out. Open the Apple Store or the Google Store, search for Yesem, install the app, and then you can search your plans. They have regional, they have country specific, or they have worldwide, and you can have pay-as-you-go plans as well. Installing the app is super easy. First-time users use the code ENDLESS25 with a capital E, and it will save you up to 20%. It takes about 3 minutes. Just follow the simple instructions. You can activate the plan immediately or upon arrival. Then all you simply do is open up the settings, turn your line off, turn Yesem on. You can check your balance at any time through the app. And then when you're at the airport, just simply walk by all of the eSIMs and enjoy your holiday.
And so we're right here on the Chao Phraya. Holy cow, that boat was loud. He was ripping it. And anyway, you got long towels here. This is all the equipment that they use to clean up all the trash, the water hyacinths, stuff like this. They go and they just skim the top of the river. And then if you see way over there, that is Wat Prayoon, which is really famous. And then Wat Khao and the Grand Palace is over there. And then this is Wat Khao, which is another royal temple over there. And then the temple we're going to is just over that way. You can see the base of the chedi. And then kind of this way, this is the Memorial Bridge. And then it goes to King Rama I Park right over there, where his statue. So it's kind of in a cool area. Let's walk over. It's just a short walk from the river to the temple. And there's a river walk and stuff like that that you can do through here. They got a couple little restaurants right here, so you can get some meat on a stick or some deep fried bananas. And then they got cook to order, stuff like that here. Yeah, businesses and houses along here. And then they got a place over here for the locals to come and play futsal and sapataga, that foot volleyball stuff like that they do over here. And here's the start of the temple right here. You can see they have these here like the French Gothic style all through here. And it has kind of an interesting wrought iron gate we'll look at, or the fence around it. We'll look at that here in a sec. You can see the fence and the wrought iron gate in there. Yeah, so the official name of this is Wat Prayurawongsawat Worawihan, and it was named that by King Rama III. And the fence here, I think, came from the Grand Palace. Is the king didn't like it because it has like this axes and stuff, so they pulled it out, replaced it, and then they brought that fence over to this temple. And you can see what this looks like. So it has like the spears and the axes, and then this is all part of the Khao Mo. And that's what gives it the name, the Turtle Mountain. And there's turtles all through here, and the locals come over, feed them the little apples and stuff. And then I was here about 2 years ago, and I wanted to come over and see these halls. They were under renovation, but it looks like one of them is almost done, and the other one is now under renovation. So we're out of luck there. And then the humongous chedi is right here in front of us. And this is what people come over to the temple to see, is this right here. And there's a museum and stuff down at the base. You got a sign here talking about the restoration. They have several other little halls that they're doing stuff too. So this one right here was under construction before, and it looks like they're still not done. They got the doors locked up. And then over here, the ordination hall now, they're tearing it up and redoing it. Yeah, this is a really beautiful building. So you see up there, that's all the floral pattern. It's more of the stuff that you would have seen under the reign of King Rama IV. And then they have little Khmer style chedis or prongs around the outside, and they'll have a Buddha image in each one of them. But this is really, really beautiful. I wish we could get in there, but they have it blocked off. Then they have a little bit of Chinese stuff right here. And then in each of these four corners, they have stuff like this. That's the reclining Buddha. But what a beautiful building this is. Definitely Bangkok styling with these square columns. Really a tall building. And then they have the other prongs over there, more stuff, meeting halls, everything else. And then this is the Ubasot, which is where they ordain the new monks. And it has some more Chinese styling. And they're completely doing the front over, and we can't get into it either. You can see they got all the scaffolding up, and you can see where they've redone the styling there above the doors, and you can't go in. I don't know what they're doing, if they're doing anything at all to the inside. You can see these are the new pieces that they will put up on the front, up on the gable, and they have all the glass and stuff like that in there. Actually, these look like the old ones, the ones that they took down. Yeah, you can see where they're kind of weathered. And I don't know if that's the new ones that they'll replace them with, but I've seen them do these. They cut these little bits of glass, and then they put like gold leaf and stuff like that in them. And then they'll put them up on the front. Well, that's the two old buildings. These were actually built at a later time, like in the 1850s. And we got a little shrine here with some monks doing some monk stuff with the locals. But the original building was started in 1828. So you can see the full name, the Prayurawongsawat Worawihan Chedi. That's the name of it. And it's in the Lankan style, Sri Lankan style. And they say it is a similar chedi to the one that's at Wat Sutat. And they say it was the first chedi built in Bangkok in the Lanka style. Got a gal dressed up in the costumes and stuff. All right, so let's go into the museum, and then we'll go into the chedi that's back behind. So this is open until 7 p.m. You can see they got the little tablets and little Buddhas, and then this really cool image right here. So when they did the renovation in 2008, they found a lot of Buddha relics and stuff like that inside of the chedi. And they had to go in and they jacked up the center of the chedi, and then they had to pour concrete and fix it, and they were able to right the chedi to keep it from collapsing. Yeah, so they got an Asia Pacific Award for Cultural Heritage Conservation in 2013 for the way that they were able to restore this chedi. So we have a little shrine here, and they say that there's holes in here from whenever they first built it, when they put the wooden cross beams and scaffolding and stuff like that. And little shrines and bells and stuff like that. And they have, I can't remember how many little chedis they have around the outside. And then they have ashes of people that are interned in here also. Yeah, so you can go into the chedi there. Let's go up onto the second level here. They got a little narrow walkway to get up. Yeah, so this whole chedi is ringed. I think it's 150 meters in circumference around. And then here is the main prong, or the main chedi. And you can look back into the temple that we were just looking at. And then if you keep going this way, this is the Kudijin area. And there's the Santa Cruz Church over there, which is really a cool area. And then you got the wooden buildings, stuff like that here. All right, let's go into the chedi now. And I don't know if these are some of the pieces of wood they took out of it that was used in construction. You see it has all these little nooks around here for Buddha images. And let's go up this way. And we're up here on this platform, and this walkway is so hot. The sun is so brutal right now. And then this leads you into the little base of the chedi here. This is what the inside of this chedi looks like. So they have a shrine here, And then this is what they had to support up. So these are the cross beams, the original wooden ones, and then they put this kind of steel frame around this inside column. And they had to get down at the bottom and brace it up with concrete. And you could see kind of the old pieces of wood sticking out up there. And then they've got some Buddha images and stuff like that around here. Yeah, really a cool looking inside. So they have an old picture of kind of what this looked like. So that was the chedi there, and then those buildings back behind being built. And then the waterfront here on the Chao Phraya. So this is that Kudijin area. Yeah, so this is really, really interesting. And then they have a reclining Buddha here and some of the little tablets and everything. Oh, and they got some of the details about the restoration, some of the old monks and everything else. Yeah, here's the details of the restoration. The Mahadal University came over here and their engineers figured out, you could see how it was collapsing down on the inside. And then they built a new structure on the inside and supported it up to keep it from falling down. And you could see how it was slanted off to one side. So this would have been the leaning chedi of Thonburi. If you've ever been to Italy, to Pisa, you can see the leaning tower there. I went to that one years and years ago. All right, so let's go out. We'll have to crawl out of here, and then we'll go back. And let's go look at the Turtle Mountain thing. And you can see more of the temple. That's where we'll go next, is over there. Yeah, those halls are absolutely beautiful. You can see they got the gable mostly done there, and they'll put those new little naga and stuff on the sides that you see over there. Yeah, and it'll be really, really fantastic. All right, let's go down the downstairs now, deal with this hot ground. It's 37 degrees today, so it's plenty warm. Woo, it's hot. We got the place there where you can get the robes and the candles and stuff, make donations to the temple. I hear the monks back there doing some stuff. And then they're restoring this over here. I'm not sure if this is the crematorium or what this is. This is an active temple. You got the monks here, so they do all the normal stuff that temples do. I would say this is probably the crematorium here, with meeting halls for the families when they have funerals. And yeah, that's it right there. And then the families can meet over here. Yeah, we got one here that's the flowers and all of that. This is the Khao Mo here, 1828 to 1835. And there's a little shrine in here to a doctor that did some stuff, if I remember right. Yeah, right over here. And this is the 3 Cannon Memorial here, or monument. There was a fireworks display that they had at this temple in 1836, and the cannon exploded and killed some people. And then they have the little shrine here for Dan Beach Bradley, an American doctor that came here to Siam at the time, modern day Thailand. Now that museum that we saw, that was the original building use was a library. It was the first public library in Thailand. And now it's that small little museum at the base of the chedi. That's where people come over and feed the turtles the little bits of apples. And then there's turtles all through there. And then you see up there, that's the little mountain. It has a chedi up the top and has the little pagodas. You can't go in there. It's just replicas. And there's a bunch of people all around doing their thing. You got the photo shoot, the gal with the lotus flowers and the full gear. Yeah, she has 4 people taking her pictures. Yeah, kind of a cool little place. The Thais come over here, feed all these little turtles and make a little merit. You can see them just kind of swimming about. And then this is a replica of the Gothic style moondrop. And you can see the gate in here, which is, or the outer fence. Yeah, and you can just look at these right all around this little fake hill here, or fake mountain. It's kind of a nice little area with the flowers and the trees. You see the Chinese imagery. That'd be kind of cool if you could go up and climb around on that. Maybe in the old days you could, because they got stairs and stuff, but now it's just to walk around and take pictures. And they have this little building here and the Gothic styling. It's really, really nice. Something a little bit different than what you normally see. Now, if you go to a temple in Bangkok in Wat Nawat, it has the main building that looks like a Catholic church. And it's definitely one you should see if you get a chance and you're in that area. All right, that's the whole temple. Let's go look at the chedi. That'll be the last thing we look at here at this temple. Wow, where did this group of people come from? They must be coming over here to do whatever ceremony they got going on. Yeah, so you got 7, 8 different signs here. It must be a tour group because they're over here doing their picture. Yeah, so that's the whole temple. So that's the humongous chedi, 60.5 meter tall. And then this museum right here, that was the original public library. And then you have various other buildings. And then that Turtle Mountain was over there. And then we got all the other temple buildings back behind here. Well, that'll finish up our video over here at this Wat Prayoon. It's really a cool temple. This is a second-class royal temple. The temple classifications under the Worawihan, they have the special class, which is the Grand Palace, and then they have 23 first-class royal temples that are scattered around the country. 10 of them are here in Bangkok, and then they have second class and third class. And this in here, it's second class. So it gets special monies from the royal family, and they always have something special about them. This one has the cool chedi with the Buddha relics and all of that inside of it. So definitely something to check out if you're here. You can go see a few other things and explore like the Kudijin area, which is where this is at. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and you get to see some more stuff like this. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know down below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And if you've been here, let me know also kind of what you thought. And until next time, from over here in Thonburi in Bangkok, remember, life is a journey. So until next time, enjoy.